Hours before she was found dead on the cruise ship, the sound of a violent confrontation reportedly could be heard inside her stateroom. Anna's ex-boyfriend says he spoke to the cheerleader's brother about what happened that night.
You heard him yelling at her, like in a harmful way, of like, shut the hell up and stuff like that. And that's when Connor knew something was going on.
And there was screaming going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And we begin with that breaking news. A source told ABC News that 18-year-old Anna Kepner died on a cruise ship due to asphyxiation as the result of an arm across her neck until she died.
She's scared to tell anybody because she was scared that he would do something to her.
Well, there appears to be no doubt now that poor Anna was murdered. This isn't a question of accidental. She didn't accidentally overdose. She didn't die of some medical episode. Someone close to her strangled her.
She died after someone held their arm over her neck for too long. That's also consistent with the bruises that were found in her body.
ABC News reports that Anna died from asphyxiation.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear thoughts build up until I can't breathe. My mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head,
Hello and welcome to True Crime Rocket Science. Well, there you have it. It was news broken by ABC News. Teen found dead on Carnival cruise died by asphyxiation resulting from a bar hold.
She was strangled with a bar hold using an arm across her neck.
ABC News reported Friday that Kepner died by asphyxiation resulting from a bar hold, and this is what it looks like. It's a term for holding an arm across the neck. The media outlet also reported investigators found 2 bruises on the side of her neck. But bear in mind, though, that the Miami-Dade medical examiner has not released an official cause of death at this time. Now, if the asphyxia wasn't a surprise, I'd say the next aspect was.
She was not sexually assaulted, and there were no signs of drugs or alcohol.
But our sources are also telling us that Anna did not appear to have any drugs or alcohol in her system when she died.
According to ABC News, preliminary information found there were no signs of SA and there weren't any apparent drugs or alcohol in Kepner's system. Autopsy and toxicology reports have not been officially released. Now, you may remember in previous analysis, I highlighted Anna's Christianity and said that this was likely a factor in the dynamic, meaning she was likely quite a moral young lady who didn't drink, and while considerate and sensitive about her step-siblings' feelings, well, they likely weren't mutual, certainly not in terms of physical desire or interest. This ensured probably that a boundary remained in place until a certain level of intoxication and proximity occurred.
She just didn't feel safe around him.
Joshua says the 16-year-old stepbrother, who is now under suspicion in Anna's death, was sexually harassing her.
In this analysis, I'm going to share a potential scenario and let's see whether the evidence supports that and whether we can improve on it in some way. Before we get to that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Welcome to the many of you who have subscribed. If you're finding this analysis worthwhile, interesting, meaningful, please do hit the thanks button and let's get started. So here's a potential scenario. Someone approached Anna for sex and that someone was impaired, uninhibited and drunk. Anna tried to rebuff the someone's advances, which led to the person becoming triggered, angry, and then violent. And we've heard signs of this now from the other brother. Anna then tried to scream. She needed to alert someone and call for help. And then someone choked her in an effort to silence her, to subdue her, to prevent her from calling for help and getting himself into trouble. This choking then got out of hand as she tried to fight back and defend herself. What followed was an effort to cover up the act and pretend it never happened. Possibly the someone who was obsessed with her removed Anna's clothes post-mortem out of a kind of morbid curiosity. Possibly at that point, someone else came into the room or knocked on the door, or the threat of someone coming into the room led to a hasty cover-up. But I'm not sure if I believe that. By some accounts, the suspect was obsessed with Anna sexually, and this had been going on for a long time. And so are you telling me at this moment, in this moment, when he had her where he wanted her, how he wanted her, naked, nothing actually happened? You know what we say on this channel, the absence of evidence is also evidence. While another possibility is that something did happen and someone attempted to hide away, wipe away, wash away that evidence as well. We have also heard that the younger brother Connor heard disturbing noises, as I say, through a locked door.
We're told Anna's 14-year-old brother Connor says he tried to get into the stateroom that he, Anna, and their 16-year-old stepbrother were sharing, but that it was locked. Anna and the stepbrother were still inside, and Connor reportedly says he could hear disturbing sounds through the door.
So what happened after that? Surely Connor alerted his own mother after that. And so how come the room ended up perfectly presentable the next morning? And how come the cruise ship was only alerted effectively, this was like calling 911 late the next morning? Now, my understanding is that Anna slept on the double bed and the boys slept on the bunk beds, or that was what was supposed to be the case. But one version is that the boy slept on the same bed, effectively concealing Anna's body. That's how I understand it. This makes sense not only if the boy didn't know where she was, but also if he did, and if he wanted to sort of guard the area to make sure she wasn't accidentally discovered while he sobered up as well. Now, there's also the position of Shanna's increasingly vocal ex-boyfriend.
Anna's ex-boyfriend says he spoke to the cheerleader's brother about what happened that night.
You heard him yelling at her. It's been pretty hard. She was my first love.
Meanwhile, more news just in is that Chantel Hudson, Anna's stepmother, is pleading the fifth in order not to incriminate not just herself but anyone else as well. According to the New York Daily News, the stepmother of Anna Kepner, the high school senior found dead on a Carnival cruise ship earlier this month, has invoked the Fifth Amendment in a custody battle as one of her minor children faces potential criminal charges in the Florida cheerleader's death. Chantel Hudson, who was traveling with her kids, Kepner, and the latter's father, is pleading the fifth as her testimony could be prejudicial to her or her adolescent child in this pending criminal investigation. I would say, and potentially, and prejudicial to her and her adolescent child. Hudson invoked the right and requested the postponement of a hearing with ex-husband Thomas Hudson in response to the latter's emergency motion for temporary relief obtained by the outlet. It is starting to look like we may be dealing with not just a perpetrator, but potentially an accessory as well, doesn't it? Well, I'm not going to take it further than that. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.